Alright, here I am with my second video tutorial on Photoshop. In this tutorial I will be teaching you guys how to distort the face, making the nose smaller, curvier, making the lips more voluptuous, etc, etc. Now we have our model right here who obviously doesn't need any work done, but like stated in the other videos, for tutorial purposes only, we're actually going to play around with the image and uh, teach you how to, you know, fix it and such. Now, you're going to duplicate the layer just by dragging it on top of this little piece of paper that should be on the lower part of the layer screen. And what you're actually going to do is, I use Photoshop CS2, so if you go to Edit on the top bar, you go to Transform, it says Scale, Rotate, Skew, Distort, Perspective, Warp, and so on, so on. Now, I don't know about the previous Photoshops, but in CS2, there is a option called Warp, which basically is a grid that goes over the layer that you want fixed, and you can actually drag in it and fix it and form it the way you want it to be formed. Now, I'm actually going to do that right now. You could either use a regular box right here or the lasso tool, and what you're going to do is you're going to pick a big area of the nose and try to get the surrounding skin and such. Alright, once you got that done, let go and copy and paste the layer right over it. So you should have 3 layers: background layer, the layer you duplicated, and the actual nose. Now when you got the nose selected, you go to Edit, Transform, and Warp. Alright, and as you can see, the grid appears. Now how this works is you use these little sections right here and drag it to bend it the way you want it to be bended. Now we're actually gonna zoom on in, and let's just say we're going to just make her nose a little skinnier. We're just gonna click these layers right here, and you can see it's gonna start taking its form right now. Now if you look around and you notice that the eyes start getting all distorted and the skin starts messing up, it's alright. That's why you duplicated a layer. Now hit enter and it should convert to the new nose you just did. You're going to grab the eraser tool, select a nice airbrush, and basically you're just going to, wherever you see a difference, you're just going to go over that. Let me just fix this right here. Just going to go over it, and it should be set. As you can see, we made the nose a lot smaller. Now if you don't have the new Photoshop and you have an older one, I suggest you download a free trial of it on the Photoshop website, or you actually purchase it, and that's about it. No other ways of getting it. Alright, if you don't have the Photoshop that I'm using and you have an older version, you can do the same thing. It's just going to take a lot of processes and it's going to get really, really annoying. So you're going to grab the marquee, select over it. You're going to start it off like the other one, copy and paste it. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go to Edit, Transform, and actually go to Skew, I believe. Skew is basically, it doesn't allow you to do all those things that was done before, but it lets you do something similar to it. Now you're just going to work with it, with this part right here, and kind of like bend it inwards and such. Alright. Now, as you see, it's pretty crazy looking. So you're going to grab the eraser and just do the same thing and work over it. Now, if you don't get it at the first try, don't worry, because it takes a lot of practice and a lot of patience. but pretty soon you'll be mastering it. There you go. It's a little weird looking, but there's different ways of doing it. Now, you can actually use skew, what else? Uh, Scale, rotate, and work with it so you can get like certain parts done better. Like pick the actual nostril and make it smaller, then connect it with the regular bridge of the nose and the eyebrows and such. But like I said, if you have the newest Photoshop, it's way better to use that. If you don't, I highly suggest you get the new one. Alright? We're gonna work on the lips now. Lips are really fun, and as long as you have a high resolution photo, the quality won't get too messed up. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna pick a bigger part of the upper lip. You're gonna copy and paste it. Now you can either use scale or warp, it's up to you, or I can actually show you a liquefying version. There you go. Now the liquefying is actually really fun. As you can see from the previous videos, I actually use it on the body warp tutorial. And you're just going to do the same thing, but you need to be a lot more careful with this, since it is a lips. Since this is a high resolution photo, it's going to take a while for it to actually load up the right way. Now start with a small brush, something that would complement the upper lip. It's too big. I'm going to go with a nice 30, 31. Actually, I'm going to go with 35 or 41. There we go. And you're just going to lift it up a bit. Give it a little curviness. Just work with it. Give it a little smirk going on. Now the liquefying tool, not a lot of people know about it. And it's probably one of the best tools I ever seen in Photoshop, because you can do wonders with it. There we go. You can actually see the lip getting fuller and fuller. Now, little clicks should be fine. Now we just gave her a new set of lips. Now you're going to wait for it to save. And as you can see, her lips are a lot more fuller.